Imagine isolating yourself on a space station for exactly 1 year. For those 365 days, you are strictly forbidden from doing any physical exercise. Drifting around the cabin seems pretty appealing at first glance. You never have to lift anything heavy, your joints don't ache, and weightlessness feels like the ultimate physical relaxation. But gravity is quite literally a biological nutrient. Your body requires it to function properly, just as much as it relies on water, oxygen, or vitamins. Take away that constant invisible resistance pulling you down, and your biology begins a ruthless process of dismantling itself to adapt to this new, low-effort environment. Surviving in orbit has nothing to do with floating gracefully. It is a constant fight against an environment that actively tricks your own systems into tearing themselves apart. The breakdown starts the exact minute you reach orbit. Down on the surface, gravity pulls your blood and interstitial fluids downward, creating a hydrostatic gradient. Up here, that terrestrial anchor completely vanishes. Without gravity holding it back, about 2 liters of fluid migrate straight up from your lower extremities, flooding your chest and your head. NASA researchers call the immediate visible result of this upward migration puffy head bird leg syndrome. Your brain senses this intense pressure in your skull and misinterprets it. It registers the fluid surge as a dangerous volume overload, sending an emergency signal down to your kidneys to start dumping water. Within days, your kidneys flush out that perceived excess water, causing your total blood volume to plummet by a staggering 15%. Before your first week in space is even over, your body has actively dehydrated itself, severely compromising your baseline health over a complete misunderstanding of the environment. As you cross into the first few weeks aboard the station, your body continues its extreme physical adaptations to these cramped, alien conditions. Take your most important anti-gravity muscle, your heart. On Earth, it works constantly to pump blood upward to your brain. In 0G, that upward battle disappears. Because it no longer has to fight gravity, the heart muscle gets lazy. It physically shrinks, losing mass, and morphs into a smaller, smoother sphere. Meanwhile, that high fluid pressure we mentioned earlier pools in the skull and pushes aggressively against the back of your eyes, causing spaceflight-associated neuro-ocular syndrome, or SANS. This persistent, unyielding pressure physically flattens the back of your eyeballs. It alters exactly where light focuses in your eye, leaving you with a nearsightedness called space eyes that rarely ever returns to its original shape. Over the course of a few months, your biology optimizes for extreme energy efficiency, and in the process, shrinks your vital organs and damages your vision. Moving into months 6 through 12, you enter the most dangerous phase of the experiment, space osteoporosis. Without the mechanical burden of supporting your weight every time you take a step, your body determines your skeletal structure is a waste of energy. This split-screen chart illustrates exactly how fast that decay happens. An elderly person with severe osteoporosis on Earth loses about 3% of their bone mass per year. In 0G, you lose up to 1.5% of your bone mineral density every single month. Your neglected skeleton literally dissolves into your bloodstream. All that excess calcium floods your system, putting you at extremely high risk for agonizing kidney stones. The sheer physiological stress of this environment triggers one more systemic failure. Your internal defense network starts to glitch, and your T cells, the snipers of your immune system, become sluggish. With your defenses down, dormant viruses that you already carry inside you, like chickenpox or herpes, seize the opportunity and suddenly reactivate. By day 365, your body has effectively digested its own structural foundation and disabled its security system, all to save energy in an environment that no longer demands resistance. Then comes the end of the timeline and the brutal shock of returning to the atmosphere, where Earth's gravity slams down with its full weight. You arrive back on the surface with brittle, dissolved bones, a shriveled spherical heart, permanently flattened eyeballs, and a compromised immune system. Stripped of the physical strength you possessed just a year ago, you find yourself entirely unable to stand up or take a step under normal terrestrial conditions. We usually treat gravity like an everyday annoyance, an obstacle making things heavy and difficult to lift. But that constant mechanical fight, bearing down on your joints and muscles, is exactly what forces your biology to build itself up. Humanity is a product of this planet's pull. Our bodies rely on Earth's constant resistance to maintain their internal form and function. Without the daily, invisible push of gravity to struggle against, we simply cease to be whole.
Thanks for watching Body Science School. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel for more.